This is the other Swedish girlfriend. This is a Carl Gustaf Mauser. Let's see if I can zoom in here. This one here has been also sporterized, not by me, but it was. I bought this like this. Comes with a globe type peep sight setup. So we got a globe sight up in the front. I've never been able to identify what this sight mechanism is, but it is pretty accurate. This receiver has been drilled and tapped for scope base, front and rear. Sorry about all the wind. It also has a rear sight notch dovetail, so you actually could put a sights on this barrel if you really want to. The action on this gun is pretty smooth, actually. It's very smooth. It's been pretty accurate as far as feeding rounds from out of the magazine. It does have, this is the Swedish Mauser, so it has that cutout for stripper clips, and also the back notch for that too. It's not a commercial action. This is chambered in 6.5 by 55 Swede. It's one of my favorite rounds. Let me see if we can get a little bit better picture there. Stand by. We're gonna turn it around this way a little bit. I don't know if that picture's coming out, but my camera not really showing it real good here. But this is the other Swedish girlfriend. I don't know who did the work on this. When I bought this rifle, I guess the person who bought it, the person who put it in to the shop to be sold, he or she had to be a midget. This stock was maybe about that long, and I'm not even joking. It was short, man. I'm over 6 feet tall, so it was like impossible for me to even mount that particular rifle with that stock on it. So the very first thing I did is I do believe this is a Boyd stock. I don't know who actually makes it. I think this is Boyd's. As you see the lamination in it. I think it's a Boyd stock. I took off the wooden stock that rifle came with and just slapped on this stock. I didn't redo any kind of bedding job on the action. Actually, I've done nothing with this rifle other than shoot it, and also to put on Cerakoting and stuff like that. But I have never done anything with this rifle. It's a very good rifle. I've hunted with it a few times. Biggest problem with this rifle, like I mentioned with the other Swedish girl, is, let me see if I get a picture up in that back. That aperture that you see back there. Let me see. Right now I have the rear aperture actually screwed out. So I've been just shooting where the hole would be at, where you screw it in. But to get light in the back, to get to your eye, to see the front post, if you're shooting in low light, early morning, late afternoon, give me a second. Where's my camera at here? Where are you at? There, right there. You see there? You don't have enough visibility to see in that aperture. That's my only qualms about peep sights. I've shot this weapon out to 500 yards. Actually, I did a shoot out in Florida. It was a scope. It was a scope division, non-scope division, and 30 caliber or larger. I shot in the non-30 caliber open metal sight. That's what it's actually called, metal sight division, those scopes. And actually, I won the jackpot on that. Using regular factory ammo. I do believe I was shooting Norma back then. And the other brand I was shooting was, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I think it's called PriPartivan. I think it's like a Serbian, Yugoslavian surplus, or no, not surplus, but cheap ammo. I think it's made in Bosnia or Serbian produce. That's like one of the cheapest ammos you could get for this. Believe it or not, back in the early 90s, in the late 90s, you can get 6.5 by 55 Swede ammo. You could get that ammo easily for under $9 for 12 rounds, maybe 11 tops for hunting. So Jacket South points were more expensive than Target, but you could buy 20 rounds of ammo for like $9. $7. I think one of the brand was called Hot Shots. Century Arm used to carry it, and 20 rounds of that was about $7.99, or maybe even $5.99 for your regular full metal jacket. And hollow points, if you could find them, were a little bit more expensive, and then the jacket points were also a little more expensive than the Target. This bullet that this gun shoots, a little scratch on my barrel, I just noticed that here. The bullet that this gun shoots is pretty effective for wind in that longer distance. So think of like a 150 grain 30 caliber 308. The bullet that's being fired out of the 6.5 by 55 Swede is going to be slightly smaller in diameter, have better ballistics overall, and it's going roughly about the same velocity. Also, people who shoot 6.5 by 6.5 Creedmoor, the 6.5 Swedish is actually a little more superior because of the fact that you're doing it with less pressure, and you can shoot longer bullets. There's loadings up to 200 grain. I didn't even think there's up to 210 grain load data and bullets available to shoot out of 6.5 by 55 Swede. So just keep that in mind. Whenever I do get rid of all of my 6.5 ammo, my Swedish ammo, I will probably end up selling this rifle or just keeping it. But I'm going to move towards 6.5 by 6.5 Creedmoor only because availability on commercial off the shelf is going to be a lot more better than the Swedish stuff. But this is my other Swedish girlfriend. Real can.